name is Meg Viss. Thank you. Perfect. Good morning. Welcome. My name is Meg Viss, and I'm filling in for Mary Annis today. And I'm just going to share my screen. Bear with me. There we go. I'd like to kill that thing on the side. Oh, wow. How do you kill that thing on the side? Oh, wow. So welcome. Oh, wrong one. Okay. I'd like to welcome you back. I know we've been away for a little bit to our Let's Talk series. And today we're going to talk about financial literacy. Before we dive in, we just want to acknowledge that our Just Ask and our Let's Talk sessions are supported by the United Way of Newfoundland and Labrador, and for that we're very grateful. And we'll do a little bit of housekeeping. We appreciate you muting your mics, not that we don't love hearing your cats and dogs. There is captioning at the bottom of the screen for anybody who wants to avail of it. And we would appreciate it if you would put your questions and answers. We'll put the answers. If you put your questions or comments in the chats, and we'll answer them as well. We received some questions prior to today, and we'll get to those, all of those, at the end of the formal part of the presentation. As you know, the session is being recorded, and that will be available to view later today. And tomorrow we'll follow up with a link to that view and any other information that we'll append, and anything that we can't get our hands on for you today, and we'll include that in that large email. And finally, if anybody has any suggestions for presentations for the future, we would love to hear about them. And if you could pop those off to Mary's email at marye@seniorsnl.ca, or call us locally at 737-2333 or our 800-563-5599. And now I'm going to ask Barb to walk us through our land acknowledgement.
Good morning. We respectfully acknowledge the land on which we gather as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk, whose culture has now been erased forever. We also acknowledge the land of Ukta-Humbuk as the unceded traditional territory of the Beothuk and the Mi'kmaq. And we acknowledge Labrador as the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Innu of Nitas-Inen and the Inuit of Nunat-Si-Avut and the Inuit of Nunatuavut. We recognize all First Peoples who were here before us, those who live with us now, and the 7 generations to come. As First Peoples have done since time immemorial, we strive to be responsible stewards of the land and to respect the cultures, ceremonies, and traditions of all who call it home. As we open our hearts and minds to the past, we commit ourselves to working in a spirit of truth and reconciliation to make a better future for all.
Thanks, Barb.
Welcome.
So the issue of finances, which we're going to talk about today, well, actually, Jess and Grace are going to talk about today, is not surprisingly at SeniorsNL and consistently one of the top 3 referral topics that we receive. There is no shortage of discussion about money at any time. How much is coming in and where is it coming from? How much, more importantly, is going out and where is it going to? And the topic of finances is becoming an increasingly more challenging equation, especially for seniors on a fixed income, and particularly now as COVID increases all things inflationary. So we're very happy to welcome Grace Allen and Jess Young as our presenters for today. They are MUN School of Social Work students in their 3rd year. They've been with us for their fall semester as part of their field placement. And they're going to walk us through an extensive review of financial benefits that are available for seniors in the province. Before I pass it over to them, I'm just going to give you a brief bio. This is Grace, social work intern at SeniorsNL. She's a third-year student, social work student at MUN. She's also completing a criminology certificate for anyone who's concerned about their past. She grew up in a small town of Harbour Breton on the south coast of Newfoundland and Labrador. She has a passion for social justice and helping others, and experienced working with children, seniors, and people with disabilities in different capacities. And apparently she has enjoyed her field placement at SeniorsNL, which makes us really happy, and feels she has expanded her knowledge on the senior population. More importantly, we have thoroughly enjoyed her. And Jess, we've also thoroughly enjoyed you. Jess is an avid volunteer, and she's been doing this since she was very young. Her main passion is for mental health advocacy and awareness. She grew up in Carbonear and currently lives in St. John's with her partner, Michael, and her cat, Tony. We believe that she would reverse the order if she had her, if she could choose. Alongside her Bachelor of Social Work undergrad, she's also completing a certificate in public policy from MUNL. Jess is a self-proclaimed art enthusiast. She loves all things art related, from visiting museums to making art at home, and I understand her living room floor is a testament to that. At this point, I'm going to hand this over to Grace and Jess to walk us through Let's Talk Financial Literacy. I'll stop sharing my screen. Here you go, girls.
Thank you, Meg, for that introduction. So I'm Grace.
I'm Jess.
Can everybody see our presentation okay? Perfect. So hi, everyone, and welcome to our presentation on financial literacy. It is fitting that we are giving this presentation during November, since November is Financial Literacy Month. So financial literacy can be defined as the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills so that you can make informed decisions concerning your finances. Today, we will be providing information on numerous programs and resources that you may be eligible for so that we can help you become more independent and informed about your finances. So we would also like to note that it is okay to use these services. So some people are hesitant to avail of these resources. However, that is what they are there for, to support you and your financial decisions. So therefore, try to keep an open mind and enjoy.
This presentation is accurate as of November 2021, so today. So if you see this in years to come, please contact us for the most up-to-date information, okay? And this is just a silly little comic that I found to start our presentation. We want to provide you with the tools and resources to understand your and manage your finances to the best of your ability. So we don't want you to be a scaredy cat when you look at your bills.
So first, we have the Community Volunteer Income Tax Program. So through this Canada Revenue Agency program, community organizations across Canada host tax clinics for volunteers to complete tax returns for eligible individuals at no charge. So volunteer help is generally available between February and the end of April each year. So the eligibility requirements, so if you're single, it's income under $35,000, $45,000 for a couple, and for Labrador, the income must be under $65,000. So if someone made above these amounts last year, but retired this year, so meaning your income is now under the amounts listed, they can still use this program. And you also must have a simple tax situation. So for example, those with no income or income just from employment, a pension and/or benefits such as CPP, disability, the Canada Child Benefit, EI or social assistance, the Registered Retirement Savings Plan, support payments, scholarships, fellowships, bursaries, or grants, or interest under $1,000. So they will not do those with income from rental properties and self-employment and will not do debt returns. So it's important to note that if you are unsure if you meet the eligibility requirements, that you can still try to use this service because the volunteers may be able to help point you in the right direction.
So before we progress further into our presentation, I want to explain the difference between refundable and non-refundable tax credits. Those terms are going to come up in the next few slides. They're used a lot in various federal benefit programs, so understanding this should be helpful, hopefully. Tax credits can reduce your tax bill or give you a refund. So a refundable tax credit reduces the amount of tax you owe and can also result in a refund if it's more than you owe. So for example, you may have a refundable tax credit of $500 and your tax bill may be $400. So with this both in common, that would mean you typically need to pay $400 for your taxes, but with the tax credit of $500, you don't need to pay any money and you'd get back $100. So that's lovely. And then the non-refundable tax credit, on the other hand, means you get a refund only up to the amount you owe. So if we have the same circumstances, a tax credit that is non-refundable of $500 and a tax bill of $400, you won't need to pay any money, but you will not get any money back. So now that we covered these terms, let's continue with the NL income supplement and the NL seniors benefit. Both are refundable tax credits based on your income. The NL income supplement is for all ages, and the NL seniors benefit is for individuals ages 65 plus. These benefits are paid 4 times per year in January, April, July, and October, and there are no applications necessary for this benefit.
Next, we have the Disability Tax Credit Program. So the Disability Tax Credit is a non-refundable tax credit that reduces the income tax that a person with a disability has to pay. So if you have little or no income, you may be able to transfer all or part of it to your spouse, common law partner, or other supporting person. So the purpose of the DTC is to provide for greater tax equity by allowing some relief for disability costs, since these are unavoidable additional expenses that other taxpayers do not have to face. So before applying for the DTC, you can answer a few questions to help you find out if the person with a disability may be eligible. And there is no age requirement for the DTC. So to apply, you would use Form T2201, which is the Disability Tax Credit Certificate. So there are step-by-step instructions on how to complete this form online. And most of this form is filled out by a doctor, and they do often charge patients to fill it out. So the form will be received by the CRA, where they will access your application to determine if you are eligible for the DTC based on the information given by the medical practitioner. So once reviewed, CRA will send a notice of determination to inform you on their decision. So you can claim the disability amount on your tax return once the person with the disability is eligible for the DTC. So if a person was eligible for the DTC for previous years, but did not claim the disability amount when they sent their tax return, that they can request adjustments up to 10 years under the CRA's taxpayer relief provision. So next is Credit Counseling Services of Newfoundland and Labrador, or CCSNL. So this is a charitable family service agency that has trained financial counselors to assist individuals and households with credit and debt needs. So services include, but are not limited to, so financial counseling, which includes one-on-one sessions in person or over the phone, and this may follow the end of a relationship or marriage. So communicating with creditors or debt collectors, they can help you communicate with people who you may owe money to help them better understand your situation, and this often includes speaking or writing on a person's behalf. Next is bankruptcy option discussions. So the primary function of the service is helping those who have issues concerning debt. So CCSNL acts as the middleman between you, the consumer, and the bank. So they will do a full financial assessment and can help you develop a consumer proposal, which is an offer to pay creditors a percentage of what is owed to them, and or extend the time that you have to pay debts, or with a declaration of bankruptcy. So debt repayment programs, or DRP cases, this is the most common service that CCSNL provides. to clients. So following a financial assessment, CCSNL can then help develop a repayment plan, which sees that all Canadian banks forgives all interest charges on all unsecured financial products, and this could be loans, for example. And there's also help in understanding and using financial skills, so financial literacy, which we are talking about today. So CCSNL has a number of lectures on various matters which they can deliver in communities. So these include budgeting education, money coach, and consumer awareness. So all residents of Newfoundland and Labrador can avail of this agency. So eligibility criteria is quite broad. So it's open to any individual or family fearing or actually experiencing a financial crisis, individuals thinking about consumer bankruptcy or a consumer proposal, or to those under pressure to pay from banks, finance companies, debt collectors, or lawyers representing any of these. So CCSNL is also highly used by individuals experiencing foreclosure, such as getting a mortgage property taken away. So repossession, legal action, or the attachment of wages. So these counseling services are delivered free of charge, except for a small charge for the DRP cases, and there is no limit to the number of counseling sessions you can have. And this service is being delivered virtually during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, so OAS, or Old Age Security, is a pension that is a monthly payment from the Canada Revenue Agency, the CRA. Everyone who is 65 or older and has lived in Canada for more than 10 years qualifies for this benefit. You can apply for this benefit 11 months before you turn 65, just to make sure it's processed correctly and on time. And it's always a good idea to file your taxes on time each year. As well, depending on the information the CRA has about your specific finances, they may be able to process this transaction without requiring an application. And obviously, if you receive this benefit without applying, the CRA will notify you. Now, GIS. The GIS is available to all low-income old age security pensioners. So your annual household income will determine how much GIS you can receive. Individuals or couples with lower incomes will receive more GIS. To receive this benefit, you must file your taxes on time and complete an application. Unlike other federal benefits, if you do not file your taxes on time, it will affect you in receiving GIS. If you don't file your taxes on time, it won't affect you receiving CPP or OAS, which we'll talk about, but please file your taxes on time anyways. Many seniors are not aware that they are eligible for a GIS. And if you get GIS, you automatically get a 65 plus drug card, which we'll also cover later in the presentation. And we'll discuss eligibility requirements on the next slide. So these are the eligibility requirements. You must be 65 or older, you must live in Canada, you must be receiving OAS, the old age security pension. If you're single or widowed or divorced, your income must be $19,248 or less. If your partner receives a full OAS pension, your household income has to be below $25,440. If your partner does not receive OAS, your total household income must be below $46,128. And if your partner receives the allowance, your total household income must also be below $46,128. So you might be wondering what the allowance is. I didn't hear of it before either. The allowance is a non-taxable benefit for individuals whose spouse or common law partner is receiving GIS, the Guaranteed Income Supplement. To receive this benefit, you are required to fill out an application, and to qualify for this benefit, your partner must be receiving GIS, and you yourself must be between 60 and 64 years old. You must also be a Canadian citizen or legal resident, must be residing in Canada or resided in Canada for at least 10 years, and your combined annual income must be less than $35,616. So there's a similar allowance called the allowance for the survivor. And to qualify for this, your spouse or common law partner must have died, and you must not have remarried or entered into a new common law relationship, and your sole annual income must be less than $25,920.
For the municipal tax discount, many municipalities will offer a break or delay on tax payments for seniors. So this service is typically for seniors who receive the GIS. However, there are exceptions. It is best to contact your own local town or city to see if they are offering this discount and for more details.
Yeah, so Canada Pension Plan, or CPP, is a taxable monthly retirement pension that can be received as early as age 60. So anyone who has made valid contributions to the CPP is eligible to receive this pension. If you haven't heard of it and you haven't contributed, then it's not eligible for you. It is important to consider your own financial situation to determine when it is best for you to apply. And the earliest you can apply is 11 months before you turn 60. So some people decide to take their CPP at 60. However, most people wait until they're 65 or older. This is because the longer you wait to receive CPP, the more you'll receive each month. So also, if you receive income support, you're advised to not apply for CPP until age 65. This is because if you get $100 from CPP, you'll get $100 less from income support. So if you apply for the CPP, you will not get extra money. It'll just be money coming from a different location. In order to receive CPP, you must submit an application. And also during COVID, the Service Canada Outreach Support Center was created. This is a phone line just for seniors to call, and it helps limit the wait time for you to speak to a Service Canada representative. So you can call them at any time and they will answer your questions about your finances and different federal benefits, and we'll give you these numbers afterwards.
So income support provides financial assistance and other supports to people with low income to help meet their daily needs. So basic benefits would include payments for food, clothing, and shelter, and non-basic benefits are for other specific items such as vision care, municipal taxes, and burials. So families and individuals who are 18 and over and under 65 and meet the financial requirement are eligible for income support. So applications can be sent by mail, and the quickest way to apply for income support is to complete a telephone application. So you would contact the appropriate toll-free number for your region, which we will be providing later. It's important to note that income support benefits are considered as the last possible option for income. So if there is potential for income for another source, such as through income employment insurance, then individuals must first avail of that before applying for income support.
Yeah, so turning 64. So CSSD, your income support, also has this program. Turning 64 is a program that helps assist seniors transition from income support services to federal OAS, GIS, and CPP benefits. So seniors are contacted after they turn 64 years old, and they'll be assisted with tax filing, federal applications, and completing forms, and they'll have a connection to other supports and services that they are eligible for. This allows seniors to transition from income support to federal benefits on time and with the least amount of stress as possible. So for individuals transitioning from income support to services such as OAS, GIS, and CPP, it's important to note the following. Income support is only for those less than 65 years old, hence the Turning 64 program. Income support pays some bills and is received biweekly, whereas GIS and other federal benefits are paid monthly. Income support covers many health benefits, and unfortunately, when you turn 65 years old, these benefits will no longer be covered for you. And all this will be reviewed with you in detail during the 64 program.
So next we have the Newfoundland and Labrador Prescription Drug Program, or NLPDP. So the NLPDP provides financial assistance for the purchase of eligible prescription medications for those who reside in the province. So there are 5 main plans under this program. The first one is the Foundation Plan, which provides 100% coverage of eligible prescription drugs for those who need the greatest support. So there's no application necessary. A prescription drug program card would be automatically issued when the Department of Health and Community Services is notified that an individual is in receipt of income support. So that means you must be under 65. So next is the 65 Plus Plan, or Seniors Drug Card. So this provides coverage of eligible prescription drugs to residents 65 years of age and older who receive old age security and the guaranteed income supplement. So seniors will be responsible for payments of the dispensing fee and any additional fees set by the pharmacy up to a maximum of $6. So no application is necessary. A senior's drug card would be automatically sent when the Department of Health and Community Services is notified that an individual is in receipt of the OAS and the GIS. So also under this program is the ostomy subsidy program. So those who qualify for a senior's drug card under the 65 plus plan would also qualify for this program. So this program will pay back 75% of the retail cost of benefit ostomy items. So the senior would be responsible for the remaining cost and is required to purchase the ostomy supplies and submit their original prescription receipts. The Select Needs Plan provides 100% coverage for disease-specific medications and supplies for residents with cystic fibrosis and the growth hormone deficiency. So there's also no application necessary for this plan. When the Department of Health and Community Services is notified by your health authority that a client has been diagnosed with cystic fibrosis or the growth hormone deficiency, they are given eligibility to the benefits offered under this plan. For seniors who do not have a drug card and are 65 years or older, wanting to check if they are eligible for a senior's drug card, so the 65 plus plan, you should first call and check if you qualify for the GIS by calling Service Canada. So there are two possible options for seniors who are not eligible for the 65 plus plan. So because their income is too high to qualify for the GIS, and for those who are not yet 65 years of age. So the Access Plan provides coverage of eligible prescription drugs for persons and families with low income. So the amount of coverage is based on income level and family status. So the program is available to single individuals with net annual incomes of $27,151 or less, couples with a net annual income of $30,000 or less, and families with children, including single parents with net annual incomes of $42,870 or less. So it is important to note that financial help for dental care is no longer available for those who qualify for the senior's drug card or the Access Plan. So lastly is the Assurance Plan. So this offers protection for individuals and families against the financial burden of eligible high drug costs. So depending on their income level, individuals and families will be assured that their annual out-of-pocket eligible drug cost will be capped at either 5%, 7.5%, or 10% of their net family income. So to apply for both the Access and Assurance plans, an application form must be completed. So application forms are available online at pharmacies or physician's office or by calling the NLPDP. So it's important to note that taxes need to be filed on time in order to receive the senior's drug card.
With the medical health and well-being theme, next we have another program from Canadian Red Cross. This is the Health Equipment Loan Program, also known as HELP. So HELP helps people to safely return home from hospital stays after treatment for illness or injury. And they do this by providing short-term loans of various medical equipment. And for your information, their definition of short-term is 3 months long. So to receive a loan of medical equipment, the Canadian Red Cross requires a referral from a healthcare professional. And there are 3 service centers, center locations across the island where you can pick up your loan equipment. And because of COVID safety regulations, we encourage you to call ahead to book an appointment at either location. The service centers are located in St. John's, Grand Falls, Windsor, and Corner Brook. But however, the Corner Brook location is currently closed due to COVID. And on the next slide, we'll review some examples of medical equipment that's available for loans. So this equipment and maybe more will be available: walkers, bath seats, benches, commodes, and etc. Now, we have the Hearing Assistive Technology Lending Program. So this program is from the Canadian Hard of Hearing Association, CHHA-NL. Hearing assistive technology can provide better hearing in noisy environments, allowing the user to increase the volume and clarity of spoken communication and make everyday activities easier and safer. However, they're often expensive to buy. So CHHA-NL provides a loaning service that allows recipients to test different hearing devices to be sure of their benefits before purchasing one. Each item is available to borrow for 2 weeks at no charge. So most items can be used either with or without hearing aids, cochlear implants, or other hearing technology. And their office is located in St. John's, but they will mail any devices for loaning anywhere across the province. And to get an idea of what is available to be loaned, there will be some examples in the next slide. So some examples include telephone devices, learning devices, and listening devices. And you'll get a copy of this presentation in the coming days, so you can review that as you will. CHHA-NL also has an alert and aware program. So this program funds special fire alert devices for individuals with hearing loss who cannot hear the sound of an average home smoke detector. These fire alerts warn of smoke and fire using other senses, including vision and touch, and they also use a sound that is proven easier to hear. Eligibility for the subsidy is dependent on need due to documented hearing loss, income criteria, and funding availability, among other criteria. So to apply, you need to complete CHHA-NL's application form and submit any required supporting documents.
Next, we have the Provincial Hearing Aid Program. So this program provides financial help to buy hearing aids. So people of any age who need financial help in purchasing hearing aids may be eligible to receive assistance. So appointments should already be scheduled with audiology prior to a person contacting the program to determine eligibility for a hearing aid. So once an appointment has been scheduled, the senior can call income support for a financial assessment under the hearing aid program. So it is important to note that you must be approved for the program before you purchase the hearing aid. You cannot purchase the hearing aid first and then apply to be reimbursed for the cost. So active income support clients who require hearing aids will contact income support. So this could be your social worker, case maintenance team, or the client services officer. And then your client services officer, or CSO, who is speaking with the client, will determine their eligibility for these benefits. So this involves filling in an application form or completing the financial assessment over the telephone to see if you are eligible for the program. So the Canadian Hard of Hearing Association of NL can help you with this application process if needed. So then there's also vision care. So the purpose of the vision care benefit is to pay for eye refraction examinations or eye exams. So up to a maximum of $55 and contributes to the purchase of eyeglasses. So this would be up to a maximum of $125 for single vision and $175 for bifocals. So those under 65 and already on income support or active income support clients who require vision care will contact their contact at income support. So again, this would be the social worker, case maintenance team, or client services officer, and they would determine your eligibility for this benefit. So those who are 65 plus and not currently in receipt of income support will have to complete an application by calling the toll-free numbers. So there is an exception for those 65 plus who are partially or fully subsidized and living in a personal care home or long-term care. So these clients should go through their health authority for vision care. So you could go through social work or call your regional financial assessment contact, and they will receive the same amounts that income support clients do. For those 65 plus and on home support, you can ask your community support social worker to see if they can start the financial application process with the Department of Immigration Skills and Labor on your behalf. So those in receipt of services from the Department of Health and Community Services or a regional health authority should contact their caseworker to request assistance. So most health authorities have an informal agreement where they will share the results of the client's enriched needs assessment. So this is completed with the health authority so that the person doesn't have to redo a financial assessment. So anyone else would have to undergo a financial assessment, and they should call income support to start this process.
Yeah, so we have the Community Support Special Assistance Program. We all feel more comfortable in our homes, and this program helps us stay safe in our homes by providing access to necessary medical equipment. To be eligible for this program, individuals must meet specific criteria, including financial and clinical need. To inquire about this program and see if you're eligible, please contact your local health authority and your local disability services. And phone numbers for each jurisdiction will be provided in our fact sheet following the presentation. And we will review some items that are available on the next slide. So these items that are available for for use will help you maintain your independence and live in your home and community for longer. So these items included medical supplies, equipment, oxygen equipment, and orthotics.
So next we have the TELUS Mobility for Good program. So this program provides seniors with low income with 3 gigabytes of data and unlimited Canada-wide talk and text for just $25 a month. So seniors can bring their own device or apply for a free refurbished device, which are previously returned devices, while supplies last. So once approved, you can receive a free SIM card or device. There is no connection fee or credit check. If you use TELUS and transfer from another account, there is no charge for the transfer of accounts. It is important to note that if you have an existing contract with another cell phone provider, you can wait until your contract expires before you apply for this program, or you can pay the penalty fee for breaking your contract. So seniors who are 65 plus and in receipt of the GIS are eligible for this program. So how to apply? You should be able to provide your old age security statement, which is also known as the T4A OAS, indicating an amount paid to the senior. So then, if determined if you are eligible, send your approved documentation via email, which is preferred by TELUS, or by mail. So you should provide your full name, return address, email address if applicable, and contact phone number so they can contact you about the application. So TELUS also provides digital literacy support on their website.
With the technology theme, next we have Rogers, another internet provider, and with their program, they offer affordable, reliable, high-speed internet for customers of all ages with low income. So their program is called Connected for Success. To be eligible for this program, you can be an NLHC, Newfoundland and Labrador Housing Corporation tenant. You can be an income support client, or you can receive GIS, the Guaranteed Income Supplement. And then either of those you qualify. And to apply for this, you can visit the Rogers website and click on how you qualify, either NLHC, income support, or GIS options, and then continue by following their instructions.
Next, we're going to talk a bit about subsidized housing. So there are a number of programs available that offer financial assistance with housing costs for people with low income. So Newfoundland and Labrador Housing Corporation, or NLHC, is one. So this is a Crown corporation that develops and manages housing assistance policy and programs for the benefit of households with low to moderate incomes throughout the province. So NLHC provides a number of programs, like the rental housing program, for example. In this province-wide program, NLHC rents housing to seniors with low incomes, as well as others who are in need of housing. So for tenants who are not on income support, rent is based on their income. So you would be required to pay 100% of the rent, which is based on 25% of the income. So for clients with working income or seniors on a fixed pension, rent would be based on 25% of net income. So federal and provincial subsidies make up the difference. So City of St. John's Nonprofit Housing, the City of St. John's Nonprofit Housing Division operates affordable rental units throughout the city. So some are in apartment buildings and others are in townhouses or infill housing. So these properties are available for rent to low income earners based on their family net income, which is defined as the gross income minus the mandatory income tax deduction, which could include EI and CPP deductions. So you can also contact SeniorsNL if you would like a housing list of nonprofit housing in your region.
Yeah, NLHC stands for Newfoundland Labrador Housing Corporation, and they have 3 programs that provide financial assistance to homeowners who need to upgrade, repair, or modify their homes in some way. So that's what we will be talking about the next 3 slides. Their Provincial Home Repair Program, the PHRP, specifically provides funding to homeowners with an annual income of $32,500 or less who need house repairs to maintain their house safety standards. So we'll identify some examples of this later, but first let's review the next 2 NLHC programs. So NLHC's Home Modification Program, or plan, sorry, HMP, is for homeowners with low to moderate income of $46,500 or less who are in need of accessibility modifications to their homes. So these accessibility changes enables homeowners to remain in their homes for a longer period and maintain their independence. The HMP is a program for all persons with disabilities needing home modifications and is not limited to those age 65 plus. So please note that this program requires official documentation of need for home modification by an occupational therapist. And again, we'll review specific examples of modifications shortly. Finally, we have NLHC's Home Energy Savings Program, HESP. And this is for homeowners with annual incomes of $32,500 or less and who heat their homes with diesel generated electricity or consume 1,000 plus liters of oil annually. The purpose of this program is to decrease heating costs by making houses more energy efficient. So an energy evaluation needs to be done to identify suitable upgrades for the home. And up next, we'll review specific repairs, modifications, and upgrades to each of these. And also, so some PHRP examples. You can repair your house to minimum fire and life safety standards. You can improve basic heating, electrical, and plumbing services. You can repair any deterioration in your home structure, foundation, windows, doors, or roofing, or replace your oil tank. So that's for the home repair. The home modification program includes examples of installing a ramp or widening your doorways and halls to space for wheelchairs, adding handrails and adjusting for lowered counter for workspace in the kitchen, and roll and walk-in showers, bathtub grab bars, and seats to make it more safe for you. And for the HESP, the Energy Savings Program, you can insulate your basement or your attic and have some draft roofing in your house. Now, CHHA-NL is a program from Newfoundland Power and Newfoundland and Labrador Hydro. So this program helps each resident of Newfoundland and Labrador in different ways, learning about energy efficiency and helping to save you money. So some money saving options include instant rebates when you purchase select energy efficient products in stores, such as programmable thermostats or low flow shower heads or LED light bulbs. So rebates on larger items may require an upfront payment, but you can receive a rebate or refund later if you submit your receipts for a partial refund. And eligibility for rebates depend on how you heat your home, either by oil or electricity. And we'll see some examples on the next slide. So some rebates could include installation, programmable or electronic thermostats, upgrades to your home heating, or heat pump installation financing. Now, NL Power. So NL Power has an equal payment plan, EPP. Power bills can be quite expensive, especially in winter months like we are now. So that's why using an equal payments plan is a great idea. This is available to all customers, not only older adults. I'm personally excited for May because that's when I can start using this plan too. You need to be a Newfoundland Power customer for at least a year so that they can average your energy bill usage and they can calculate it all. Whatever your average energy usage is, so the amount that you pay each month, that will be the amount that you pay. So Newfoundland Power will periodically check your account to make sure your usage hasn't changed and that you aren't paying too much or too little compared to your average. The equal payment plan I've been advised is also available for oil companies as well. So I encourage you to contact your oil provider to see what they have to offer.
So lastly, we have a little financial planning reminder, which is about the enduring power of attorney. So there are different types of power of attorney. However, we will be focusing on the enduring power of attorney. So an enduring power of attorney is a legal document in which you name one or more people to be your attorney to manage your financial affairs. So the word attorney does not mean lawyer, but it is a legal name used to describe your decision maker. So an enduring power of attorney can be used by your decision maker to manage your financial affairs, even if you become incapable of doing so, as opposed to a general power of attorney, which allows your attorney to manage your finances only while you are mentally capable. Planning ahead in this way makes it clear who will be responsible for your financial affairs if you are unable, and saves the difficulty and cost of making a family member or friend go to court to get appointed as your decision maker. So it is also a good idea to speak to a lawyer about making an enduring power of attorney, since it is a powerful legal document that they can assist you with in understanding its risk and benefits. So if your financial affairs are fairly simple and you have a long-standing relationship with a family member or friend you trust, you can ask them if they'd be willing to be your decision maker. You can also appoint 2 or more people to work together to make decisions, however, not if you think they will often disagree. So in some situations, you can choose a trust company to deal with some or all of your financial affairs. And if you do not make an enduring power of attorney and you become incapable of making decisions for yourself, there are laws that allow the court to appoint a decision maker for you. So the court can also appoint a new decision maker if the person you appointed dies or is unable to act. So making an enduring power of attorney is only a good plan if there is someone you can trust to look after your affairs if you can no longer look after them yourself. So if you choose someone as your decision maker who is not trustworthy, there is a risk that your enduring power of attorney could be misused. It is also important to make sure you have a conversation with the person you decide to make your decision maker and other family members as well to help avoid future conflict. So for more information, you can reach out to the Public Legal Information Association of Newfoundland, or PLEAN, so a nonprofit organization which offers a lawyer referral service and a legal information line, as well as community education sessions on particular legal matters and publications on many areas of the law.
So this slide is just full of additional resources. These resources we haven't necessarily included in the research or information that we use to make our presentation. However, we recognize that they are quite useful and they might be interesting to you. So we encourage you to get a copy of this presentation and check out these links on your own time.
We would like to thank you for listening to our presentation, and we hope that it was beneficial for you. So we know that we gave you a lot of information, and if you have any questions or would like to know more about the services we spoke about, please don't hesitate to contact SeniorsNL. So the number is 1-800-563-5599 or 737-2333. And of course, we are open to answering any questions now.
Yeah, we're not financial advisors, we are social work interns. So our answers may very well be, I don't quite know, you can contact us later and we'll help direct you in the right way. We're not going to give you any professional advice because we don't have any professional advice.
Well, Grace and Jess, thank you so much. That is a huge amount of information, all of which is going to be available to, we'll email, as noted in the chat, we'll email out this presentation as well as a link to the recording of this, and also the fact sheet that's going to have all of the other information with regards to new content. There's a new message. No. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? There's nothing on chat that has come up with regards to questions. Although if anybody has been on chat, you'll see that there's a lot of good information that's been uploaded as well.
I forgot how to stop sharing, my bad.
That's okay. I was happy to have it there. Okay. What I will do, there were some questions that were sent in to us prior. And so if you guys are okay with it, we have a bit of time. I'm just going to run through a few of them. One question was, is there a drug plan for seniors? So that's obviously been answered within the context of the presentation. And for seniors who are struggling financially, who is the best contact at Eastern Health to refer for financial assessment and possible support? So there is the community support program. Each region has a community supports program. And so for Eastern Health, for anybody over the age of 65, the senior intake coordinator is Bev Green, and her number is 752-4835. Bev is the receiver of all calls. So there's a lot of calls that come into her. She's very good at responding. And so we always advise that you leave a message and she'll get back to you. But they have been increasingly challenged also with not just COVID, but the cyber attacks. So I believe her message is saying that she's a little delayed on getting back by a few days as well. Any other questions coming in? No. Okay. Well, financial resources are available for taking care of an immobile senior in home rather than in a nursing home. So essentially staying in your own home. Again, we will guide you to the phone number. Again, we would guide you to the community supports program and to Bev Green in order to find out what you what kind of subsidization you're going to get for that. Also, the special assistance program. I don't know how to end that, baby. Hold on one second. The special assistance program that Grace and Jess spoke about is an excellent program for things that you might need. And the other thing that we would suggest that you consider if this is something that you want to do is a paid family caregiver benefit. So that's something that is available to people as well when considering staying at home versus a nursing home or long-term care. I am going to leave it at that. I'm just checking the chat to see if there's anything else in there. And if anybody from SeniorsNL wants to jump in on any Q&A.
Hi, Meg. What is the number to that contact for Eastern Health again? I can put it in the chat.
Perfect. The community supports program, thanks, Sherry, is Bev Green for anybody over the age of 65, 752-4835.
Oh, sorry. Say that again. 752.
4835.
Thank you.
And anybody under 65 is to Stephanie Fleming. And her number is 752-4717.
We also have a question from Phyllis. So when you refer to your annual income, is your bank account or your savings considered in qualifying for benefits? I'm not sure. We're just going to ask you to contact, maybe you can contact credit counseling, or I don't know who else you can contact. We'll give you the fact sheet anyway. We are giving information, not specific answers to questions, because we don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
You can also contact us, SeniorsNL. This is Kelly. Hi.
Hi, Kelly.
And this is Elizabeth. I'm just going to comment. It does depend on which program it is. But for instance, if you're looking at Newfoundland and Labrador housing, so for subsidized housing, they just look at your annual income. So that's what's coming in that year. They don't look at bank accounts. Same if you're looking for home support, it's just what's coming in that annual year. There, I think it's line 236 that they look on your income tax form. But there are other programs where they do a larger financial assessment where they may consider it. For instance, the Provincial Hearing Aid Program and Vision Care, I believe they look at the bigger picture. But for a lot of them, it is just your annual income that's coming in.
And as Kelly mentioned, if you have a particular interest in any program, give us a call at 737-2333 or 800-563-5599. You can also email us at info@seniorsnl.ca or main. You can also go onto our website and send us a contact form. Any questions that you have, we exist here. We have peer support volunteers who man the phones from 9:30 to 4 o'clock every day. And we're happy to answer any questions, send you any information that you need. Wait, there's a few more messages. Okay, we're good. Okay, no more questions. I am going to just share my screen here. And I'm going to ask Barb to jump in.
Okay, hi. If you need a certificate, if you attended this session as a part of your professional development, we can send you a certificate of completion. So just email Mary E at SeniorsNL.ca, and we'll get that out to you as fast as we can.
And just a couple more things. We have a program called Be a Friend of SeniorsNL. And that's an opportunity for us to link older adults who have any questions or concerns similar to anything that Grace and Jess have taken you through. It's an opportunity for you, if you know anybody, to be a friend of SeniorsNL and connect them with us. If you give us your information, we would be happy to send out your own Friends of SeniorsNL business cards that you can hand off to anyone that you want, so they have all of the information to contact us as they need it. With regards to our next Let's Talk session, we're hoping on December 7th to have Al Antle here to talk about debt management. Al is from the Credit Counseling Services of Newfoundland and Labrador, and Grace and Jess refer to him as well. So stay tuned by your email. We'll let you know about that one. And we are hoping for another one just before Christmas as well, with a Christmas theme. And we'll end on this note. If there's anyone that you need, anything that you need, and or you know anyone who needs any information, any question as it relates to a senior, and you get to self-define if you're a senior, whatever that age is, give us a call, send an email to info@SeniorsNL, visit our website at SeniorsNL.ca, and we're also on Facebook and Twitter. And we want to once again thank the United Way for making this information series supported by them. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you being here.